back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. So we are makeup free. We may be looking a little bit red and flustered. I've just done some skincare. I have dermaplaned my face, slathered it in moisturizer, so we might be looking a little bit red, okay? But makeup free, in PJs, loads of random stuff behind me, so you know what that means, my lovelies. It is time for our monthly favourites. Can you believe I sound like a broken record again? Another month has just swung by. Hello March, goodbye March, hello April, and April's almost gone. What is going on? I am having really bad, like, I don't know whether to call it like month anxiety, because next month is the month of May. It is my birthday month, which means your girl's getting older, and I'm nearing closer to my 30s than my 20s. And yeah, having a little bit of a meltdown. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not loving life at all at the moment. But nevertheless, these are the good old bits and bobs that I have been loving. And we've got quite a lot. I'm gonna have a new little category as well chucked in here, because as we all know, I do like to have my little categories. I've got the good old trusted pad set up so we don't miss anything. So make sure you're comfy, because come on, it's going to be probably near enough an hour, ain't it? I'm just going to be rabbiting on with everything and anything to do with the month of April. And, of course, a new little category. So, yes, get comfy, guys. Right, what category shall we start with first, eh? We've got a lot. Let's start with music, shall we? We ain't started with music for a while. So, as we all know, my music taste is very everything and anything. 1 minute we're listening to ABBA, then we're listening to Alice Cooper, then we're listening to a bit of reggae, and then we're listening to musicals. There's a bit of everything and anything. But because this has been my first proper month in the gym, I have been trying to find those motivational songs, you know. So I've been listening to a lot of old school Ministry of Sound and workout musics, and everything's a remix, okay? There ain't no normal songs, everything's a remix. So I kind of have it that when I am on, say, the treadmill or the Stairmaster doing my cardio, Stairmaster, may I add, absolutely kills me. I haven't yet gone past the 18-minute mark, because I think if I did, I think there'd be trouble. I come off of that at 18 minutes and I just basically slump off on the last step. Please excuse, we still have bingo wings, okay? They're not gone miraculously in a month, I'm afraid. So when I'm on like the treadmill and the Stairmaster, I like to have something with a beat, so that when I feel like I'm flagging a bit, I can think, Shan, just stick with a beat, keep going, like keep ploughing along, the end is almost there. But when I am in the weight section, which I try and do my weights first of all now, I've been researching and watching a lot of videos, and they say to do weights first and then cardio, because it helps. Something to do with the loss of fat or something. Don't quite know. I'm just going by what I see on TikTok and Instagram and online, to be perfectly honest. So when I am on the weights, I don't so much want something with a beat, because then I feel like it could go, apologies if I keep with my nose, hay fever season, all right? And let me tell you, it is started in full force. My eyeballs, this is why I've got no makeup on as well. Today I had all intentions of doing 3 or 4 videos. No, I can't do anything with makeup today, because my eyes are stinging me like a golf ball. My nose is itching central. My eyes are swollen. They're like, they might not look so, if they calm down a bit. They're a little bit puffy. They was very bloodshot earlier where I kept rubbing them. So yeah, my whole face, it's just an itching mess, all right? But when I am on the weights and doing my little reps and that, reps, who do I think I am? I like to have songs that I can like just switch into my head. So, first thing, been loving a bit of Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper, however, I do mix and match, and I do sometimes listen to Push It when I am on the Stairmaster. When I'm like, yeah, push it. Get up on this. If you haven't seen my TikTok, I have actually got a little workout video to TikTok. I will always leave it down below in the descriptions bar. But yeah, I'm having quite a lot of fun on TikTok, making like little montages, and it's kind of more for like self-progress of myself, to see actually how far I can come. Well, I haven't come any far yet, because I haven't noticed one little change in my body, which is highly annoying. The truth will be in the test when I weigh myself on I think it's Saturday the 30th of April. That will be like 4 weeks completed in the gym. So I blooming hope that I've lost something, I tell you. Kind of a controversial one. I've really been loving Taylor Swift at the moment. I don't know why. I was filing away at work the other week and one of her music videos come up. But it was like a short film. And I can't, what was the name of it? Look at that, I've listened to it so much that I can't remember it. And it's basically like a 14-minute video. And it's got the girl from Stranger Things in all too well. 14 minutes and when I listened to that, I kind of like went back in my Taylor Swift era. Because I wasn't like a huge Taylor Swift fan, but I did like some of her songs. And the one that I've kind of been listening to when I'm on the weights at the moment is Wildest Dreams. Say you'll remember me, standing in the night, just staring at the sunset, babe. I don't know why, that one just kind of, I don't know, it just resonates with me a little bit at the moment. And yeah, I've been loving that. So when I'm on the older weights, I'm like, do you remember me? Obviously not singing aloud, I'm having like a little party in my head. So Taylor Swift has been up there, but my 3 top artists for when I'm in the weight zone. The weight zone, gosh, Shannon Lee, get a grip of yourself. Dean Lewis. So Dean Lewis, he has just released a new song called Hurt Less. And I loved, he had an old one which was, this is so bad. I remember songs, but I don't remember what they're called. I think it's something like It'll Be Alright. It was basically, sounds really bad, but his girlfriend had cheated with his friend. And like he didn't know how to deal with it. So he's then wrote a track of it. Be Alright. That was it. And then his new one is Hurt Less. And the one that I like as well is Half a Man. So he's got kind of like a raspiness tone. A bit like Rag and Bone Man. And maybe a little bit of like Sam Fender. It's like a very cool toned. But the songs are really good. I love listening to the lyrics on them. And then I have been going back to my old childhood roots with a bit of Eminem. There is something about that man's songs when you are trying to get in the zone. Yes, I put 8 Mile on and I have that rap going in my head. It psychs you out. I don't know what it is. I must look like an absolute nutter in the weight section when I'm doing mine, because I'm like, obviously I don't sing out loud, but I'll be like, and then when it gets hard, I'm like, I do that face. I don't grunt. I'm not a grunter in the gym, but I do make like the screwed up face if it gets a little bit too hard, because I like to push myself. As we all know that, I like to push myself in any way, a walk of life. And sometimes I can't push myself, and then I get angry, and then I get frustrated, and I'm just like, oh, you're so weak, you have no upper body strength. But I need to stop doing that. So yeah, Dean Lewis and Eminem have been like my go-tos. But if I would say the one that I've probably gravitated towards most this month so far, Dermot Kennedy. I am gutted that I have missed out on getting tickets for him in England. I think he's in London May or June. I've just left it way too late, and then he's touring America. I'm going to make it my mission to get tickets to see him next year, because his music, the one song at the moment is Better Days. That's what I just keep listening to. Better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. That's all I keep listening to. And the one that I really like is called Rome. If you ever hear, or like if you're into the music like me, like Rag and Bone Man, Tom Grennan, Sam Fender, all of those like raspy, like good soul voices that have a story and they've like a little bit of anger in them, definitely check out Dermot Kennedy. I have been, yeah, kind of regressing a lot in my music. I've had no ABBA this month. No ABBA, no Meatloaf. I've kind of got a bit like hardcore, emotional, hardcore, Taylor Swift, Eminem, and then we chuck it in with like Salt and Pepper and the motivational ones like A, B, C, D, E, F. If you know the song, you know the song for TikTok. But yeah, I have been loving music at the moment, absolutely loving it. And one of my key features around music is my headphones, which you will see later on because I need to charge them up actually. Good thinking, Shannon Lee, remember that. If I do not have my headphones before I go to the gym, I mean, I'm quite lucky. My gym plays good music. Like, it's always got good little bangers on. But It's nothing like just having your headphones on and kind of like a don't talk to me vibe, you know? So yes, music, I think was a good little one to kick off with this month, weren't it, my lovelies? Right. Netflix is huge this month, okay? I have been watching quite a lot of Netflix. Let's leave that for a moment. BBC iPlayer. BBC iPlayer. If you've been watching any vlogs or anything over Easter, you will know every Sunday now, because Peaky Blinders has finished, me and Mama G watch Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, I think it is, or Fast Food Stars, where basically it's kind of an apprentice type program for entrepreneurs within the hospitality and food sector, really. And every week they have to go in teams and do challenges, and then one by one they're getting picked off, as he says, adios to them. That is the little show that me and Mum will watch, as say, when we're having our Sunday roast. But I ain't had a Sunday roast since Easter. That is what I am missing so much on this healthy eating. My roast dinner. I'm trying to be good, and I said, like, I will just have one roast dinner a month, which will be like my blowout for the month. I mean, I am missing it, I'm not gonna lie, my lovelies, but we're still having nice little dinners on Sundays. It's just not quite the full shebang of a roast dinner that I want. So yeah, BBC iPlayer, as I say, I'm paying for a TV licence. That is the reason you have to pay, so I might as well make the most of it. So yes, Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, and as I say, if you love The Apprentice and you love a bit of cooking, highly recommend to watch that, alright? And then, Amazon. I only watched a couple of things on Amazon this month. 2 films. If you saw, I think it was one of the Easter vlogs, or it might be coming up in my fitness vlog, I'm not entirely sure. I was talking at work a few weeks ago, and we were talking about like the old school films, and I said how I used to absolutely love watching The Warriors and The Wanderers. So Warriors was, I think, like the Bronx or New York. It was an American one, all the guys in the older leather jackets. If you know, let me know down below. And then The Wanderers was again American, I think, but it was like, kind of gives you like Grease school vibes. You had the Italians, you had the jocks, you had the skinheads, you had the different ethnicity groups and all of that. They were so funny, and I absolutely love that film. I think I would say I prefer Wanderers over Warriors. Could not find Warriors anywhere to watch. I think I'm going to have to pick up the DVD of that, because I couldn't find it anywhere. But lucky enough, I managed to find The Wanderers on Amazon Prime. So, if you love a good old school film where it's kind of like a bit cheesy, a bit gimmicky, a bit of violence, kind of like a grown-up Grease film in a way, I would definitely give it a go. I think it's like 1970s, maybe 1980s, and yeah, there's a man in there, one of the main guys. He always reminds me of Joe Calzaghe, the boxer. He's just got that vibe around him, and oh, I absolutely loved it. And I was trying to, when I got to the end of it, I was trying to remember why they did what they did, and I was just like, oh, so much in the end. When I was walking to the gym next morning, I had to call Dada and be like, why did that happen again? I can't remember. You know what his answer was? I can't remember either. So I was like, great. So yes, I highly enjoyed that. That was the night, I think, did I have chicken shop that night? Yeah. So this is what I mean. I have been good, but then on a cheat day, I've still tried to be good. So me and Mum had chicken shop, our first chicken shop in the whole entire month, alright? And normally, you know my chicken shop orders. It's like 2 or 3 chicken thighs, 3 or 4 chicken like select goujon things, popcorn chicken, 6 hot wings, chips, rice, the whole lot. I had 2 bits of chicken and rice. I didn't have any on my side, so I was very, very good. And it was just kind of like a comfort night. I had that, I watched my film, and I was a very happy girl. And then the next film that I watched, I was hoping to see it in cinema, but it didn't quite pan out. And it's called Spencer. If you are someone who's into The Crown or the royal family or Kristen Stewart, who is the main actress, they done a depiction of the last Christmas that she had. I think it was at Sandringham or Balmoral. Can't remember which one really. And it was just about that weekend, and oh, I think she played it brilliantly. Her accent, like, you could close your eyes and you would think that that was Princess Diana. And it was kind of a tough watch in some places to see like the things that she would have had to go through, and those like just their rituals, and not rituals, it's not a cult, but like, you know, the processes and things that you have to do being in the royal family, and how she was treated, and who like her alliances was and who she didn't get on with. And it was very sad. In parts of it, it was sad. And as I say, I think it's very true to what she could have experienced, especially around like the marriage side of it. So if you do like the royal family or anything like that, I'd highly give that a watch. It's only about an hour and 20, an hour and a half, I think. By the way, this is not my pyjama bottoms. I've got me throw over me because it's a little bit chilly. But yeah, put your hands up if anyone's excited for The Crown Season 5. That better be coming out this month, I tell you. Not this month, this year. I've been holding out, I think, for almost 2 years on that, and that's still not out. So as you can tell, your girl has been watching a lot of different bits and bobs. Where I've been fitting in this time, I don't know. I have felt this month, you'll see when we get to the book category, that some things have kind of had to take a back seat and just kind of plateau as and when I can do it. Because getting up, and as I say, I go to the gym 2 times a week in the mornings before work. So I'm up at 5. Get there for 5:30, I have an hour's workout, and then I'm straight to work. And then I go Saturday mornings, and I've now started to like incorporate going on a Sunday as well, because I find Sundays are really quiet and it helps me get my steps in and everything like that. But by doing that, some things have suffered. So like my reading, for example, it's the first time this year that we've come to monthly favourites and I haven't actually finished the book. Normally I'm like, yep, I'm finished, we can go through it all, and I haven't got that far this month. Very, very sad, and I do feel disappointed in myself. But because I have been tired, I'm not even going to lie, my lovelies, I've been so knackered that when I get into the book, I don't want to be like falling asleep as I'm reading it, because I'm not taking it in. So I try to read on the mornings that I don't go to the gym, so that I'm like fully awake, I can focus on it. And then sometimes when I come in from work, I like to have a little read while my bath is running. But Netflix, I have watched quite a lot of, I'm not going to lie. For those days when I should be filming and then I'm too achy, or I just haven't got the motivation to do it, I have been binging Netflix. So let's get comfy for Netflix, alright? Because this is going to be a long one. Right, where should we start with? So, the films that I've been watching, let's start with that. So, I've watched one called The Women. It's kind of like a rom-com. I don't want to say too much about these films or series that I've been watching, just in case you want to. But if you like a good old-fashioned rom-com, kind of like Bridesmaid vibes, like Women United, I would definitely say give that a good go. I had quite a few laughs watching that, and quite a few like hard-hitting moments as well. It's kind of, you know, one of them films, like 1 minute you're like laughing your head off, then it's like you're contemplating life, and then you're laughing your head off, and then you're sad again. It's like, I love them types of film. It's just like an emotional roller coaster, isn't it? And then this one. So this one was a little bit, I started to watch it and I thought, have I made a mistake here? And then actually the plot twists and the plot thickened, and it actually turned out to be a really good film. And that was called The Weekend Away. Basically, this lady goes to meet her friend, and things happen. They're at different stages in their life. There's kind of like a little bit of one friend wants to kind of lead the other one astray, let's just say, and things take a little bit of a bad turn. But when it starts to get dug into deeper, there's a lot more that's been hidden, and a lot more comes to light. As I say, I don't want to spoil it in case you want to watch it, but that one, The Weekend Away, is a good kind of like thriller, makes you think. It's not like a horror, but it's definitely like a thriller. It's a suspenseful one, you know. It gets you thinking, you're contemplating every person's actions and how they act like that and why did they say that. Really, really enjoyed that one. The Joker is now on Netflix, and that, again, is a very hard watch. And I relate a lot to The Joker, I think. It's not until I watched it, because I've only watched it a few times before, but when I watched it again a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh, I can see why he is the way he is. I completely can tap into that. 1 minute you're fine, and then 1 minute it's just like, game over. I totally get the Joker. I feel that sometimes I could be like a female Joker. You know, like the Harley Quinn. Maybe I should watch Suicide Squad. because after I watched the Joker, that's what I mean, my phone must be bugged. All I kept getting on TikTok was like Joker and Harley Quinn like memes and little videos and that. And yeah, it was a little bit, it is sad. It is a sad film, but it's a very hard film to watch, I would say, because it does tackle a lot of known issues in the world that I don't think there is the support out there to help people as much. So it shows what can happen when someone is let down or ignored or is just disregarded, what it can escalate to. But I think I've never known that actor prior to the Joker, which people are probably screaming at the screen now because apparently he's a really famous actor, but I've never heard of him or seen him in anything that I know of. So yeah, absolutely love that. Good little watch, the Joker. Oh, this was a tearjerker, okay? This made me weep like a baby, and it's called The In-Between. The girl actress, I don't know her name, but she's been in so many stuff. I think she was in a film I watched previously where her mum kind of like brainwashed her into thinking she was ill and needed all this medication, and she actually didn't. She's a really good little actress, and it's like a proper tearjerker, okay? Kind of gives you like Notebook, Time Traveler's Wife, Dear John, The Vow, all of those rolled into one. And the crux of the story is someone's partner passes, and it's also a bit of like Ghost as well, because there's a bit of like the paranormal side of it, like the contacts and everything and the signs. And we all know I'm a sucker for that. I love anything paranormal. So it was, yeah, it was a really good watch, and I think I'm gonna watch it again. It's definitely up there on my favourites with Netflix this month. As I say, even though it did make me weep like a baby, it does put everything in perspective, and the fact that there could be life after death, which we all know is a very touchy subject with me because my death anxiety has not been great at the moment. But yeah, I really did enjoy that film. Great acting, lovely storyline, lovely part at the end, and it was like it all led up to the end moment that they all needed, and I sobbed like a baby watching it because it was just lovely. It too. Been watching a horror this month. I was bored one night, didn't know what I wanted to watch, went on new on Netflix, and It too was there. Need I say more? Absolutely love it. I don't know if I prefer It too to the original. It is up there. I do really enjoy number It too. I can't remember It original. Maybe I'll have to rewatch that, but I do think number 2 is my favourite out of them, just because they're like, I know the actors more, obviously because they're grown up. Let me know, It 1 or It 2, or are you just like, no? Mum could hear the clans laugh, and she was like, she stuck her head around the door, she was like, is that Pennywise? I was like, yep. She was like, I'm not coming in. I was like, Mother, come on, girl. Right, let's get into series, okay? Where do I start? Because I've actually watched a few series. So while we're on the topic of like death anxiety, I watched a series called Surviving Death. And it's basically people's near-death experiences and like potentially crossing over to the other side and their experiences. Very, very insightful watch. I remember on last month when I said I'd watched Life After Death with Tyler Henry, who is kind of like a psychic. Well, he's not kind of, he is an amazing human being with amazing talents. And from watching that, I had a few people say like, never really believed in that, but some of you had gone away and watched him and was like, okay, I still don't believe it, but then possibly could be something for him to have that ability, which, as I say, if you're not into that, I'd say maybe just give one episode a go and see how you feel, because he can do things that are unexplainable to the natural human being, alright? But Surviving Death, I think there's about 8 or 10 episodes, and it's just all people with random walks of life and their experiences, and I really find that kind of like settling in a way. Like, it is quite peaceful for me to watch, and I love all that stuff, as we know, and hearing their stories and all of the bits and how some of people's, like, people who have never met, their experiences kind of correlate in that. Really, really enjoyed that. Because I've been on the health kick, cake is something that has not been in my diet, which I'm not entirely happy about, because we've still got half the Easter cakes in the house and I'm not having any. I might treat myself to one later. I mean, it's a Sunday, ain't it? and treat yourself to that. But I watched the series Is It Cake? You know me, I love a good cooking series. Cooking and a baking series, I am there for it. And this one is where people would say they would have a cake of something, or they would have, say, like an ornament of something. It could be a chessboard, a hamburger, anything at all, and they have to recreate it in cake. And then they get judged at the end, where people will line up and they'll be like, right, that's the cake one, that's the real one, da 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 da. And then if they can fool the judges, they go through to the next round, they can win money, everything like that. I mean, we haven't had a simple cake video on this channel without a disaster, have we? Can you imagine me being on that? The level of skill from these bakers is just next level, and it's such an easy watch. Like, that's what I like to have on in the background if I'm editing. So I'll have my laptop here and my iPad will be there watching it, because you don't have to listen to it really. Like, it's more just watching what they're doing. You can zone out completely and have your headphones in doing what you do, and you just watch them have like flour, eggs, and create this absolute masterpiece. Like, one of them, I think it was like a it looked like a wad of money, and then they cut it, and I was like, how is that cake? Like, the craftsmanship that goes into those cakes is just amazing. Oh, I'm slightly addicted to this, okay? This fueled my OCD love, and that was the Home Edit series. Oh my god. I now want the workbook off of Amazon. I want the actual book of how to design your house. They are the organisational queens. They go into normal people's homes, and they also go into celebrities. They've done Khloe Kardashian, Reese Witherspoon, everything like that, and then just general people of the public. And they have a way of organising everything and anything. And I need that in my life, okay? I need that, especially when the time comes and I move out and I have my own place. I want everything organised. I do not want anything out of place. And seeing what these women can do, it made me so happy to see things be organised. Most people probably think that's really sad, but for me, I found it really satisfying, I'm not going to lie. And then I went onto Amazon and I found there was like a workbook you could do. They had an actual book. John Lewis, they now do like all of the plastic containers. It is pricey, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably still going to try and see if I can find dupes online. But yeah, the whole range of what they did was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And again, I found that such like a therapeutic thing to watch, from something being like disorganized to making it organized. And again, you don't have to have the volume on. You can just zone out, because it's more just watching the process of it and seeing the befores and afters. Absolutely love that. Oh, this melted my heart. Might be a controversial one, okay? I kept seeing these clips on Instagram and I thought, what is this? Like, surely it can't be real. And the series is called Old Enough. It's only about 8 to 10 episodes, and they vary from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Very, very short. And it's basically set in Asia. I think it's China or Japan. And they will have children from as young as about 2.5 up to, I think the oldest one I've seen is about 3.5, 4, and they get them to go and do like their firsts. So their first trip to the florist, to the supermarket, going to the greengrocers, and oh my god, these children are just so cute. And it is so funny. One of them I watched, the little boy, his mum asked for 3 things from the supermarket. He got 2, he started walking back, and then mid walking back he was like, oh, no, and he remembered he had to go back. And oh, it's probably had like more sense than half the men. I think the lady at the end, she was like, I'm going to send you instead of your dad next time, because he was just so cute. And there was like a little girl, she struggled to pick a cabbage for half an hour, bless her. She did not give up. She had the determination to do it, and she went and done it. And oh, they're just so cute. I could never imagine that being done in England. You could just, if you've watched that series, imagine that being done in England. And I think you would unanimously agree with me that, nope, that could never happen in England, I'm afraid. As much as it would be fun and good, we're just a complete different way of life, aren't we? And the last series that I watched is, I've lost, you know, where you write so much. Anatomy of a Scandal. This is in the top 10 of Netflix at the moment. Let me know if you've watched it down below. 6 episodes, I believe. 6 or 7 episodes. Very controversial topics, let me just say that. Hard watch in some places. I kind of expected watch in some places with things that happen in there. But a very good little series. I binged it all in one night. I done that silly error of starting something when I got in from work and I couldn't stop watching it. I wanted to know, and the last 2 episodes where the plot kind of takes a twist and a thicken, really, really good. If I'm going to say you have to have an open mind watching it. Some of the subjects are quite hard to watch and some of the things that get said are quite hard to watch in the scenes, but I think it's kind of they tackled it in the good way for both parties. But I don't like the ending of it, I'm not going to lie. I was a bit annoyed, but then Karma had an involvement and someone else had an involvement, and yeah, very good little series on that, I tell you. Oh, my legs are stiff. So yes, I've been watching quite a bit of Netflix this month, as I say, because with those, where they are kind of like easy watches, if I start feeling myself get sleepy, I can just pause and carry on. Whereas if I get into like my book, I hate feeling sleepy reading my book, because you know where like you open it and you're literally like, I can't do it. I've got to be like wide awake. So 5 o'clock in the morning, that is when I read my book. And then I'm just going to round up kind of like the non-physical stuff to show you. And that, my lovelies, is YouTube. Who have I been loving on YouTube at the moment? So I've been watching these for many, many years, but I kind of think that that type of content is kind of developing a lot more at the moment, and that is a lady called Emily Philpott. She does a lot of like home renovations, started to do travel vlogs now, hauls, and she's just a really relatable girl. As I said, I've been watching her for quite a few years now, her alongside her friend Georgia. But yeah, I find her, she's just one of the more down-to-earth girls on there, you know. Catherine Manning. Catherine Manning, as we all know, is the lady who does all of the tips and tricks and helps on how to do YouTube channels. Very, very much enjoying her content at the moment, because she's starting to do a lot more like lifestyle vlogs and that, and incorporate her side of doing YouTube full time with the rest of her businesses into her daily routine, which I absolutely love. Of course, the one and only Mr. Rafe Charles. We all know I absolutely love his channel. Avid follower. Love that his husband is now in a few more of the videos. Ben, lovely to see you on the channel. Lovely seeing the cat. They've been having their vlogs when they've gone to the zoos and Devons. They've got hauls on there. Absolutely love it. So if you're looking for a wholehearted channel, again, I will always leave his channel down below in the descriptions bar. Go and check him out, alright? And another one is actually a husband of one of my other viewers. Let me have a look. So his channel is called Days of a Horror Podcast. I will leave it down below. And basically what he does, we all know I like my Bailey Siren, Eleanor Neal, kind of like the true crime podcasts. Is that what you call them? Because they are videos. But with Bailey and that, I don't, because they do makeup, and half the time I listen to him when I'm at work. I don't really watch them. So it is kind of like a podcast, but he does the videos on them. And he basically goes to places and speaks about things that happened in the past. So certain eras, certain things, like events that happened. And he kind of goes back and retraces it and gets you to remember it in a way, because I love relearning about history, as we all know, and I absolutely love anything that's like, it's going to sound morbid, but like anything that's quite dark and bad and just that wasn't good in the olden days. I kind of like listening to that. So sent me a message and she said, would you mind just having a look over his channel? Oh my god, I went on there. That was all I listened to work for the next day. I just had my phone down. I had to turn it over because obviously I don't think the boss would have been too happy if I was just sitting there watching the videos instead of doing my work. But I had it in, and as I say, it's kind of like a podcast because I could gather everything that he was saying just from listening to it. But I have watched one where he does the actual video of it. Very good, very easy to follow. So yeah, if you are into anything like true crime, just historic events and that, and sometimes just like a nice calming voice to listen to that can like just soothe you and calm your needs and take you away from the world and put you in, say, like 1800, for example. Highly recommend. And good luck with the channel. Keep it up, my lovely. And as I say, I'll leave it down in the descriptions box below. Well, I'm going to have a little bit of H2O, my lovelies, because I've been rabbiting for quite a while, haven't I? And then when we come back, I can actually start to get to show you some things. Right, what are we going to start with, my lovelies? What are we going to start with? Let's start with perfume, shall we? So, my one that kind of goes and lives in my gym bag that you'll see later on is the DKNY Women. You will remember this. It was one that B's brother actually got me for Christmas, but I think I'm going to invest in the big bottle. It's just DKNY Women, the original. I've got DKNY, the pink summer one out as well at the moment, but this is just kind of like a nice fresh scent. Again, chuck it always normally in my gym bag just to freshen up after those workouts and kind of love life. And this one as well. Now, I can't remember if I showed this last month because I haven't taken this off. You know, when I change over my display every month, I actually kept this one out because I have been loving it that much. It's the Ck1 Shock for her. This is the 200ml bottle, if I remember correctly. This is such an old classic, but a good one. It's a good everyday scent. It's not too heavy. It's a nice fruity, fresh one. Oh God, no, my eyes itchy. It's perfect for, as I say, I could use this as a gym one. It's just, I take this one because it's littler to put in my gym bag, but you could use it for both. This one I just have as an everyday at work, going in, spritz up. It's one just to keep handy in your bag. But we all know what my two are going to be this month because that is what I've been living in. So if you watched Easter vlog part 3, I actually showed you what I treated myself to with some of my YouTube earnings for last year. And in that was 2 perfumes. Because I had a thing, I wanted to get some footwear because footwear is going to last me forever. I wanted to get a handbag, which you may or may not see later, which again is going to last me forever. I wanted to get a statement piece of jewellery. You guessed it, you might see it later. And I wanted some perfumes. And these 2 perfumes I had my eye on for a while. And I thought, what better way for me to celebrate, kind of like a little achievement and a pat on the back to myself with the 2 perfumes that I've been wanting for a while. The first one, my lovelies, Black Opium Illicit Green. Now, we all know the original Black Opium is one of Mama G's favourites. She loves really heavy, musky scents. Me, on the other hand, not so much. I love this. You can definitely tell it is opium straight off the bat, okay? You know that from those scents, that is opium. But it's paired with, I think it's like lime and neroli, I think it is. I might be wrong. Don't come for me if you're looking at the ingredients that it's not. But I definitely think it's something like lime and citrusy because it's heavy, but it's got like that musky citrus undertone to it. Absolutely love it. And again, I have got the Black Opium Neon, which was the pink bottle, which was blackcurrant and cassis. So this is a new little one to go to my collection. As I say, I've noticed that a lot of the old school heavier perfumes are kind of being remade in a lighter scent or a fruity one, a floral, trying to maybe entice a younger audience. I'm not entirely sure. And then my other one, which I absolutely love. I've had my eye on this for a good long time, I tell you. This is the Mugler Alien Goddess. This one, first off, the bottle is just fab. And this scent, very light, but it's not light to the point where you wouldn't be able to smell it. Like, I only have a couple of spritz of either of these, and I'm good to go for the majority of the day. This one is kind of more, if say you was going out in the daytime, this would be the perfect one. And then your Opium is kind of more like a nighttime one because it's slightly heavier. But this is nothing like the original Alien. The original Alien for me is far, far too strong. That's not a bit of me. The only other Mugler perfume I have is the Nova. As we all know, I do have Thierry Mugler Zest, But that has actually turned out to be a man's aftershave, so I can't include that within the perfume side of it because it was actually a man's aftershave. I clearly don't check these things before I buy them. But Nova is the pink star. Alien, if I remember correctly, is this bottle but in a deep purple. And then they've got a star which is in blue. Angel, I think it might be. Angel and Alien are way too heavy for me. But this is a nice little balance. So if you are someone who you don't like heavy deep scents like me and you think like Mugler, as soon as I think of Mugler, I think of Alien and Angel, very like heavy adult grown-up perfumes. But since trying Nova, which again is a very fruitier version, and then now Goddess, definitely I would give it a go. If you think that, this is what I mean, most of the designers now are coming out with variations. So they do say like the original, then they'll do an intense, and then they might do a lighter one. And there's a lot more variations about it. So say for example my Jean Paul Gaultier that I got, La Belle. La Belle is heavy, but not an unpleasant heavy for my liking. I got then the La Belle Intense, which normally an intense version you would think would be heavier, but it wasn't. It's actually a lot sweeter. So definitely give it a go. I mean, the only thing that I get a little bit annoyed about now is you can't get, you know, you used to get the little mini plastic tubes like the testers in the cars. You can't get that anymore. So you literally just get the spritz on the stick and that's it. But that's all right if, say, I'm there. But I said to Mum the other day, I wanted her to just go out because there was a few that I was looking at for my birthday. And I said, but, like, I need to smell them first because they weren't exactly cheap. And I was like, I need to know if I'm going to like it. I like the bottle and I like the designer, but I need to know if I like the scent. And Mum come back and she was like, I've tried to keep them all separate. And there was just, like, all these sticks. And I said to her, but what one's what? She was like, oh, the woman didn't write them down on the stick. I was like, oh no. So I had about 6 or 7 of these sticks that she was like, I kept them apart on the bus. And then I was like, but what ones are they? She was like, oh, I don't know. So yeah, I do find that a little bit annoying when like trying to purchase perfumes now. So like I've actually got to be there. I don't know why, because I'm sure they used to do the little perfume card still. When I bought some at Christmas, they like sent me through some testers because that was how I got my love for Goddess. They sent me through a little tester and I was like, oh my God, I need that. And then the Opium, I'm not going to lie, I did just buy that on a whim. I read the ingredients, I saw it on an offer and I was just like, you know what? If you don't like it, Mama G's going to have it. But I absolutely loved it, just like the neon one. So yes, perfumes, DKNY, CK, Mugler, and what is Opium? Opium's YSL, ain't it? Is it YSL? Yes, Yves Saint Laurent. I was thinking it was Dior. That's Chador and Miss Dior. Aye. Right. Bath care. So my bath care, I still love my bath bombs, but for me at the moment, it's all about relaxing vibes. Relaxation to a whole nother level is what I need. So, I have 4 bottles, but the other one I've not touched so much. I have been going between my 3 Radoxes. Radox, I also picked up some Radox bath salts that, will it be? These have been my saviour, okay? Along with Dr. Teal's. If you remember, I've shown Dr. Teal's many a times. Eucalyptus and spearmint, relaxing, calming. It's a litre bottle, a tenner for a litre, but I highly recommend it. Radox, on the other hand, cheap and cheerful, ain't it? So, we've got a little concoction. The first one, for those days when life gets a bit too much, I have been loving the Stress Relief. It's blended with minerals, rosemary, and eucalyptus scent. Radox. As I say, I haven't had so many stressful days at the moment. Love it. It's very just fresh and clear to clear your mind out. I haven't had many stressful days. I've been getting better. A lot better than I was in the spring evening routine. If you saw that video, apologies. I know I'm an ugly crier. I've been told that many a times by many different people. I've been laughed at when I'm cried because I am such an ugly crier from my face. But hey ho, what can your girl do, eh? This one I have been loving second of all. It says Feel Detoxed, blended with mineral clay, herbs and acai berry scent. I think that's how you say it. Acai berry? Acai? I don't know. Who knows what it's called. This one's a little bit more fruity. Definitely fruity. So this one is really good. If, say, I just want to have, say, a skincare day, which is normally what I do. This is normally my Sunday one. When I've had a self-care and I just want to relax, I've had a good pamper, and I want a nice bubble bath. But the one that took precedent at the moment is the muscle therapy one. Blended with minerals, black pepper scent and ginseng. This one kind of reminds me of like a man's aftershave vibes. Very much like a man's aftershave vibes. But I'm telling you, right, if I've had a gym session and I am aching by the time I come home, I know I have done too much. If I come home and then the aches settle in a couple of hours later, I'm like, all right, you're going to be sore in the morning. If I'm aching as I'm walking home and I get in bed and I lay down on bed and I will be like this, and then I'm like, right, I can't move down here, that's when I know that... Did you just hear my bones crack there? I've noticed I have a lot of cracking bones, which isn't great for my age, I don't think. It's the old age kicking in, ain't it? Getting nearer to my 30s and all my bones are cracking. But yeah, muscle therapy, highly recommend. And they probably... I want to try and look to do a Boots and Superdrug order soon. Maybe in the month of May or possibly June. I need to have like a rundown and see what bits and bobs that I need. So those will definitely be getting stocked up because your girl's going to need that. Alright, as I say, we're almost a month in and I'm not out of the aching stage yet. I'm really not out of the aching stage. You might remember this from a Boots or Superdrug haul I done a while back. And it is the Aqua Fresh Senses Refreshing Watermelon, Cucumber and Mint Toothpaste. I've really been loving this month. It's probably not going to be to everyone's taste, like watermelon, cucumber and mint. But I blooming love it. Mama G, however, no. I said to her the other day, just give it a go. She put it in her mouth and dramatic was not even the word, alright? We all know she's a little bit dramatic sometimes. But it didn't last long. So yeah, I've been liking this. It just makes a change when you're brushing your teeth, you know. Instead of your usual minty one, it's minty, but you get a little bit of a cucumber and watermelon. Aquafresh, I think this was about $1.50, $1.99, I want to say. Radoxes, normally pick them up when they're £1 on an offer, you know. And then this one, that is pretty much empty. I don't think I've got much left in it at all. Nope, it's pretty much gone in there. I've only got the smithereens. Is the Body Shop Mango Exfoliating Sugar Body Scrub. Now, again, so from the gym, I need to keep my body soft. The heels on my feet need to be pumice stoned. I need to keep my shoulders, elbows, knees exfoliated. And I said in one of the videos, I noticed I was getting like little bumps on my arm. A lot of you commented and said it could be like due to like less water in the bath or anything like that. But I have found doing like a good scrub on my arms every other day, not every day, because it does, I go a little bit rough on my arms and then I look like I've been scalded. But yeah, just a nice exfoliation on my arms keeps all the lumps and bumps at bay, alright? I don't want my skin to suffer now that it's having to do exercise and sweat. I have really big fear of like back knee, and every day when I get in I'm like, Mum, can you just give me back a little wipe or a little rinse, because I have a fear. I don't want... I used to have back knee as a kid, and there is nothing more irritating, like personally for me, than when like you used to put your hand down, you could just feel like pimples and that. Like, no, I don't want that. I've come a long way in my skincare and I don't want to like regress now that I'm trying to get my body in shape. So yes, that is what I have been using at the moment between baths. This one, it fluctuates between the mango, and sometimes when I want to feel a little bit seasonal, let's just say, I do use my peppermint version of this. But yeah, the mango one is all done and dusted. And I'll tell you what ain't done and dusted, it's my book. Let's get into the book, my lovelies. So the book this month is by Karen Slaughter and it is called False Witness. See that? And it says, the past always haunted her, but now it's hunting her. So, you might look on that and think, well, Shan, you're pretty much halfway through. I am 190 pages in, and I'm only on chapter 8. These chapters are long in this book, and the text is small. Normally the font is a lot bigger, ain't it? This one ain't. But, come on then, it's time for Sit Down with Shan, our little synopsis. They thought they'd got away with it. They were wrong. Lee and her sister Callie are not bad people, but one night more than 2 decades ago they did something terrible, and the result was a childhood tarnished by secrets, broken by betrayal, devastated by violence. Years later, Lee has pushed that night from her mind and became a successful lawyer. But when she's forced to take on a new client against her will, her world begins to spiral out of control. Because the client knows the truth about what happened 23 years ago. He knows what Lee and Callie did, and unless they stop him, he's going to tear their lives apart. Just because you didn't see the witness doesn't mean he wasn't there. So I am on chapter 8 of 20 chapters. So almost halfway there. 190 pages in. Now I'm not going to lie, because of the length of these chapters, I haven't been able to finish a chapter every time I read it. So as I say, my reading has gone from like 5-6 days a week to 2 or 3 days a week. So I have suffered in that consequence, but because of the text being so small and the length of the chapters, an average chapter on this is between 20 to 30 pages. So I think one of them was even 40 at one point, and that took me a long time to read that chapter. It was hard for me to get into. The first couple of chapters, I was like, come on, Shan, like, if you're not going to be able to stay consistent with this, you need to find another book. But now I'm into it. I'm in the nitty gritty. I am hooked on this. And as I say, not on gym days. I can't be doing it on a gym day. But the mornings when I'm not at the gym, I have been picking it up. Like, and it says on the back, I wonder if you were going to commit a terrible crime, a crime that would destroy another person's life, would you know how to get away with it? It's a very good book. And now there's a lot of like twists and turns coming in, and like things are being revealed and similarities. And yeah, highly recommend it. I will leave this down below. As I say, it is a bit of a longer read, so if you do have a bit more spare time than me and you can have like actually sit there and read 40 pages in one sitting, I'd love to be able to do that. I just can't. This, I would say, is the book for you. A very good thriller. Again, thriller, suspense, there's a bit of violence, there's some controversial stuff in there as well. But yeah, you know me, anything with a bit of violence your girl's happy with. Right, my baby. Of course my baby's got to be in my favourites this month, ain't she? She's my absolute darling. So this was the bag that I bought with my YouTube earnings. Well, part of them. This is my new Vivian Westwood bag, my baby, who I am in absolute love with. Just look at the colours, the style. Love her, love her, love her. Some mornings I do branch her out and take her to work. Only a few. But she did have her outing when me and Mama G went to the steakhouse that was Mama G's Christmas present. And I loved her. She complimented the outfit. Great. I had a pink top on, jeans, black shoes, black jacket. She looks snazzy, okay? Absolutely loved it. And can't kiss you because I've got lip balm on. But she's an absolute angel. And I'm very, very proud and thankful and grateful to be able to have her in my collection. And then alongside that was the little necklace that I purchased. And as I say, you'll probably be seeing it in quite a lot of videos upcoming, because I do like to wear it when I want to feel a little bit like jazzed up, you know. And I picked up the Mini Bass Pearl Choker. So it is just the original pearl choker, and I got the pendant in silver. You can also get it in gold. So I got the original size. You can get the pendant in a size up and a size up again. But I thought by getting them too big, it would take away like the understatement of it. I wanted it to be something that I could, if I wanted to wear every day, you know. And as I say, I would love to wear it every day. I do feel if I went to work with it though, it might be a bit like, why are you wearing such a nice little bit of jewellery to work? But if I feel like I want to dress up at work, it would definitely be on. It has been on every time I've gone out shopping, if me and mum have gone out, when we went up London, anywhere where I feel like I just need to jazz my outfit up and make it look a little bit more snazzy, you know, then that baby comes on. Ooh. What do we go for next, guys? Right, let's get in with food and drink, okay? So the first thing, not a lot left of it, water. H2O is my best friend at the moment. Well, it's trying to be my best friend, ain't ya? We're trying to find a way to jazz you up because I do go through a bit of love and hate with water. 1.5 litres. I try and go through at least a litre a day if I'm filling up my little bottles for work. But if I have this bottle in the house, I do try and go through the whole bottle a day because, you know, water just helps flush everything out. But you do end up going to the toilet a gazillion times, okay? That is what I'm not prepared for. So normally the majority of my water intake will be from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock when I get home. Well, 5:30 to 10 when I'm home, because if I drink a lot of water at work, I can't be bothered, even though I have to, otherwise I'd piddle my pants. I can't be bothered to keep getting up and going to the toilet, because half the time in my workplace someone's in that toilet and then the toilet's not in the condition that I want to go into it after some people, because it's just like meh. So yeah, a lot of my water intake is once I'm home from work, but when I'm at work I still like to try and get through like at least one of my normal bottles, which is about 750 to 800 ml, I want to say. But yes, Evian has been my best friend at the moment. It doesn't have to be Evian. Some days I have Volvic or Buxton or Tesco, as long as it's a bottled water. It can be the cheapest brand of Tesco water, but I just can't drink tap water. Our taps and the water in our area is just, it's not nice. Not nice at all. And then for those days where I want a little bit of fizz, but as I say, I try and just have a can of fizzy drink once on the weekend, either a Saturday or Sunday. But this I like. It's the MacB Sparkling Scottish Water. I picked these up from Home Bargains. They're only about 19p or 29p a little can. And yeah, they're sugar free. I'm going to pop it on there because I don't want it to roll off. But when I want like a bit of fizz, I do also always keep, I think it's Buxton sparkling water in the fridge, just again if I want to have just a little bit of fizz, but I don't have it on the regular. Like before, it would be sparkling water over normal water, and that's not really healthy. It's not great, but yeah, a lot better now. I'm in the mindset, okay? I'm trying to get in that mindset anyway. Snack time. Oh my god, I love fridge raiders, okay? Absolutely love fridge raiders. The slow roasted chicken bites. Now these are the baby patches. Normally I get the big packets, but these are the only ones we've had in the house at the moment. This tiny little bag is 5 grams of protein, all right? I am all about trying to get my protein in now, my lovelies. As I say, this I think is in the pack of 6 that you get, but normally I get the ones that are like double the size. Love them. Great, quick and easy snack. They fill you up. You can even have, at the amount of like the calories of this, majority of the time I have 2. Because it is the small bag, so I'll have 2 in one sitting. But yeah, high in protein, tastes nice. It's a good little snack. Good little addition, as I say. Instead of like sitting there having a bag of crisp or something, you're all right to have one of those. Oh my god, my leg is cramping. Oh! Oh, oh, oh. Maybe I need to start stretching out a bit more, eh? And then for when I do want like that savoury snack, you'll see I had these again over Easter. They are called Bake Rolls Pizza Flavoured. So I picked these up in Tesco's down the international aisle. And I weigh out 50 grams because that is a portion. And they are basically just like a very thin cracker bread, but they're pizza flavoured. And I mean, I've got it out. It'll be rude not to, wouldn't it? So it says here on the side per 100 grams, but I do it per 50, just like to try and be even gooder. But yeah, these are a lot better than me sitting there with a share bag, aka a Shannon bag of like giant Watsits, big Monster Munch, anything like that, because they are a little bit healthy. And these, again, I picked them up down the international aisle in Tesco's. They're by the brand Ck1 or Ck1, I'm not entirely sure. And they're little fruit puddings. But they're kind of like jellies with fruit pieces in them. So I've only got 2 left. You buy them in a pack of 6 or 8 if I remember correctly. And I think they're about 150, 2 quid. I've got pineapple and mango left. These are really good for like a little short quick fix, you know. Kind of reminds me like the 10 cal jelly, but as I say, they do have little pieces in it, and I think they call them a pudding because they're made with maybe like milk or something, because they're not clear jellies. And you might be able to see there, oh, that little like square, that's like some of the fruit pieces that you get in it. But yeah, really, really nice. I had one the other night, lychee. Bit of an acquired taste, but I actually really enjoyed it, you know. So I love like trying new things, and I say I might pick up some of me 1 cal jellies as well. And then just something that, again, if I want to have a snack but I don't really want to fully binge it, Slim Fast. Tub of chocolate Slim Fast. Picked this up I think in Tesco when it was on offer for a £5. I love chocolate. Mum likes banana, but my favourite flavour Slim Fast is vanilla. And do you think I can ever get this in a tub of vanilla? No, it's always sold out. So I'm going to be on the hunt because I want to try and get a vanilla one. I don't really like the meal replacement drinks with milk. You're probably thinking, Shan, that's so weird of you to say, but I've been looking and like all of the protein things and everything that you have, the majority is with milk. However, I have done an order with My Protein because I found that they do some clear protein powders that like you put with water, so it's almost like a juice. So I thought these are quite nice sometimes if I don't do my oats in the morning and I'm going to the gym. When I get to work, I can just knock one of these up and it's a quick and easy breakfast. But yeah, your girl's trying, okay? Your girl's trying. Normally we have big share bags, we have cakes. Your girl is trying, all right? We are trying to be good. We're trying to be good. Let's go on to like the homeware accessories. So candles, as you can see, I've still got one burning down there. That is my Yankee Passion Fruit candle. And I've just got my peach IKEA tea lights currently in the house. But this is going to be the next one for me to burn, my lovelies. And it's the DW Home Sunset Bliss. You're probably thinking, Shannon, next month is May. Oh, that's just delightful. But it's still cold. I don't care what anyone says, all right? Some mornings when I wake up at 5 o'clock, because Mama G don't want to put the heating on because obviously all the bills are going through the roof. So I will then light a candle and I'll sit there and have the warmth of a candle. It is chilly some mornings, all right? And even some evenings. I'll go to bed, right? I'll be all wrapped up. Halfway through the night, I'll have like a de-layer off because I've wrapped myself up too much. And then I wake up in the morning and I feel like I've got frostbite again. So yeah, the temperature, it's not warm to the point of it being great to be having in like shorts and t-shirts. So that's why at the minute, this is a short set with it. But I've got me throw on because it is a little bit chilly and my legs are getting a little bit cold, you know. So yes, still have to have some candles. The other accessory is my phone case. Absolutely been loving this. I have this style with the S in a grey version on my iPad, if you remember correctly. But I saw this on Etsy and I was like, oh, I quite like that. That can kind of go with my iPad case. Well, kind of go in a way, even though it's just a different variation. Oh my God, my eye is so itchy. You can guarantee what's going to be in next month's monthly favourites. Hay fever remedies, I tell you, because I'm not doing good at the moment, my lovelies. Right. Let's get on to the little bit of makeup that we are. So, I've been loving my highlighter at the moment. When I have been wearing makeup for filming, my narcissistic NYX, NYX, however you want to call it, you know this is a well and truly loved highlighter. I mean, I'm probably going to be hitting pan very soon and I don't know if I can actually repurchase it. I'm going to have a look. That might be something I'll have to stock up on. But yeah, I haven't been wearing makeup much. Literally only when me and Mama G went out and when I'm filming, because the way that I've been for the past couple of weeks with my hay fever, you've seen how much I'm touching my face. Can you imagine if I had makeup on? Wouldn't be a good look, would it, my lovelies? However, I do always have a little bit of gloss on. This is a returning favourite as well. NYX Butter Gloss in Praline. Love a bit of a butter gloss because it gives you a little bit of a shiny look, and also with this one gives a little bit of colour to my lips because sometimes they can look a little bit washed out. However, majority of the time, we all know, returning favourite once again, it is the Primark Lip Balm, and this month again is the Mango and Peach Infused, sticking with kind of like the tropical vibes. Lovely yellow packaging, always a necessity. Again, especially when I'm in the gym, I cannot deal with like dry chapped lips. I will go in there with my lips looking all juicy and shiny because I do not want dry lips, alright? And then, these two kind of go hand in hand. I've been loving my glue, okay? You will all know that I used to have the Squeezy Duo, and then I asked Mum to get me a top-up, and she come back with this a few months ago. And I was like, oh no, but it's on like a little silicone brush. And I won't look back. This is absolutely great. And whenever I do wear lashes, like when we went up London, I had this in my bag. Because where my eyes have been so sensitive, the lashes are irritating, okay? If you see me with lashes on in a video this month, and probably a few weeks coming after, and I mention my hay fever and I've got lashes on, I'm doing it for you guys, alright? Because the pain is literally like they're scratching my eyeballs. Scratching my eyeballs. But I have been trying to use some of my lashes from the Land of Lashes Pro Edition that I got over for Christmas, I believe. And I've only used 2 of them at the moment. But, ow! XxShannonLeighxx. These are very extra lashes, okay? As you can see, they're not for the faint-hearted. The majority of them are very wild, thick, layered, but I like a good dramatic lash. I do go through stages where I try and have the more natural lash, but who am I kidding? The wild lash is more my vibe. However, I can't get my Aloe 140s. I'm very, very sad. I need to have a look and stock up on them because they are like my original go-to. Aloe is it Extravagant or Exaggerate? What number 140s? They used to be my go-to. And then I would always pop this under my makeup at the moment just because where I'm a little bit like more flushed and irritated with the hay fever, sometimes because I only put a light layer of foundation on, when it starts to fade, like my rosy cheeks come straight through. So I use my NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil, and I got it in the shade Pale Light because we all know I am pale as anything, but when I'm flushed, my cheeks do get a little bit rosy red, and it's not a good look when your foundation's starting to come off and you've just got these bright cheeks, and I'm like, oh God, XxShannonLeighxx. So yes, that is an absolute lifesaver. Moving on to skincare, which has been well and truly needed this month, as I say. Not only through the gym has my skin been getting like dry, or like because I'm going out earlier in the morning, it's a little bit chilly. I don't want my skin to be like so harshly on. And also just trying to keep my skin hydrated because my skincare did take a little bit of a dip earlier in the month. I kind of just weren't looking after my skin, to be honest, and that weren't good. So we've got quite a little, well, I say little, we've got quite a big selection. So this is the moisturizer. Now I think I showed this last month because I haven't took it off when I've changed it around because I've absolutely been loving it. It is the L'Oreal Hydrogeneous Aloe Water. However, I have been using this with a different purpose this month. I need to pick up some liquid talc because even though I'm trying to lose weight and I'm doing a lot of work on my legs, I have this fear that my legs are getting bigger. Who remembers when I trained for the charity run last year and I so wanted my legs to get thinner and they ended up getting bigger because the muscle started to build on them? I have a feeling they're getting bigger again, okay? I was wanting to lose that chub rub, but I seem to be getting more chub rub, so I don't know if it's where they're expanding, but a couple of pumps of this on the insides of my legs, slippy slide, there's no chub rub, there's no chafing, there's no pain, none of my stretch marks are getting raised. That's probably TMI, but hey ho, we're all friends here. This is a lifesaver. However, I do like to normally get Baby's liquid talc, And that's another thing, a lot more cheaper as well. And actually to not use the face moisturiser for chub rub is probably not ideal. So yeah, need to look for some me liquid talc, but highly recommend that. And then you might be able to tell I've got like a little cold sore friend coming up, which is great. So I've been having my two little best friends. So the Lip Seal Cold Sore Relief. This one, when it dries, it almost gives like a white film, which is okay, but it's a bit annoying because if you knock it off in your sleep, it just knocks the whole thing off, and then you kind of don't defeat the problem because the problem's still there when you wake up. So I normally have just been slathering my lips in this. This is the Blistex Relief Cream. This comes out as a very, very thick cream consistency, and I will just slather that on once I'm in from work, let it do its thing, and then sometimes I might mix it with the normal lip balm, because where it is quite a thick white cream, mix it with the normal lip balm, which is clear, and put it all over my lips just to try and keep them hydrated throughout the day. I've been going back to my Body Shop mask, my lovelies. My Chinese ginseng and rice clarifying polishing mask. I have been loving this month. I've been doing this a couple of times a week, you know, trying to look back after my skin, you know. We have got the Body Shop face mask brush. That is what I've been using. Absolutely love this. It just leaves my skin feeling really pure after. As I say, I've kind of scooped a little bit out. It has got a bit of a funky smell though, I'm not going to lie. It's not the most pleasant of smells for a Body Shop face mask, but it sure does do the treat, you know. Make sure I've got the lid on properly. Yes, that is that. And then if you want a face mask for your pores that is literally going to pull every single hair off of your face as well, T-Zone. The T-Zone Charcoal and Bamboo Black Peel Off Mask. Wow. So you know, like you have the charcoal nose strips, and then you wet them a bit, pull them off, releases all your pores. This is like that, but for your whole face. When it says, how long does it say to leave it on for? 30 minutes. Do not leave it a second more, because if you do, it's painful, okay? My eyes water like a baby when I peel this off. Not so much on here, it's the cheeks. That's why I've dermaplaned my face, because I knew my peach fuzz was getting a little bit out of hand, because when I done this the other week, it ripped half my face off. If, however, you don't want to pull it off, it does say that you can gently and slowly peel off the mask. If it feels too uncomfortable, remove by rinsing off with warm water. So you can just rinse it off with warm water if you don't want to, but I think the whole point of this mask is for the pulling off. I mean, it says gently pull it off. I don't. I literally just like rip it and take a layer of my skin off. But I think this is only about £5 or £6, I want to say, from Superdrug or Boots. Absolutely love it. And T-Zone is a great brand as well for skincare. Kind of a new one, but not. I've had these a while, but never really like fully invested in them. It's by the brand Nip and Fab, and they're Unicorn Essence Serum Drops. Now, I think it's because it's on a pipette. I've just absolutely loved using these this month. So you squeeze it up, and look, it's like pink iridescent. Not Google, Canon. It's like, can you see that? Pink iridescent. Oh, it is just gorgeous. And this is a perfect base in the mornings. So if, say for example, you don't want to put foundation on, which I don't, I've got a product that I do put on though, this is great just to prime the skin, and also great for when you come out of the bath, just to put a little bit more moisturiser in. But Nip and Fab, I used to really love Nip and Fab back in the day, but the prices just kind of went a bit through the roof, and I was like, don't really fancy paying all of that, you know, so kind of avoided it. But on those days when, as I say, because my hay fever's been a bit thingy and I do look like a little bit blotchy and red, I've been living, and I mean living, by my Nivea Tinted Day Cream SPF 15 Light Skin Tone. Because as I say, your girl, she is pale as anything. This is great. Again, a little goes a long way, because it does still come out, can you see that quite, oh, Canon. There we go. It does still come out quite dark, but by the time you buff it in, especially like with your normal moisturizer, you can put it in with that as well. It just blends out and you get like just a lovely sheen to it. So yeah, highly recommend that. If you're someone who's looking for a good tinted moisturizer, the Nivea one, I'd say go and get your hands on it. And then, my lovelies, the last category, which is a new category as well, we can have a little bit of health and fitness. So, as I say, I think it's only right to have this little category now because I am trying to get back into the gym and get like a little bit working on myself. We're going to have a little bit of health and fitness, which I'm hoping as the months go on, I can incorporate like maybe some drinks and snacks and certain bits of gym wear that I've been loving and everything like that. So, we'll see how it goes. But the first thing that I've been absolutely loving is plasters. Not just any plasters either, unicorn plasters. These are a necessity in my gym bag. You never know when you're going to get caught short, get a blister, get an injury, cut yourself, rip a nail. Trust me, yeah. I've had quite a few disasters already and nothing quite says I'm a bad biatch in the gym. I'm a mean girl. Like a unicorn plaster, right? I go in and I have my hat on, which you will see in the vlogs. Not interested, okay? I couldn't make it any more simpler that I'm just in there. For me, I don't like making conversation because it like, not that it psychs me out, but like I'm still finding it uncomfortable being in the gym, so I don't like to interact with anyone. I just like to go in, put my headphones on, be in my zone. So I have like my hair up, I have this on, my headphones on. I'm normally always in black, but then it kind of ruins the vibe of Mean Girl because my headphones are Disney. Okay, my headphones are Disney, which you will see. But my trainers, now, these I have had 5, 6 years. Only worn them a handful of times, and I thought, you know what? My Primark ones, the pink ones, they was all right, but I was noticing I was getting like a lot of blisters in them. Hence the plasters. So I looked through all my trainers and I thought I need like a lightweight pair. I can't be having nothing too heavy because if I'm on the treadmill. And I've come across my Adidas Tubulars. Now, I don't think you can get these anymore. They are discontinued, as I say, because they are very, very old. But, my lovelies, they're so comfy. So comfy. I can run in these. I can do weights in these. I can do my classes in them. Like, they are absolutely great. Considering I walk about 4.6 miles in them every Saturday and Sunday, I haven't had one blister from these. So, yeah, my trainers, 10 out of 10. And I'm gutted that I can't get another pair because I remember they used to do them in white, which I would have absolutely loved to get a white pair. But discontinued, and I say, because I just never wore them for a load of years. And then, very different to my Viv bag, but my little gym bag. So I picked this up, I think, I'm going to say years ago in like Sports Direct or something. I think it was like £10 or £12. I don't pay a lot for like gym bags and all that. I'm not to that level yet. But I've got a lot of stuff in here. These are like my essentials, okay? So, pair of gloves. Normally they are my black gloves, but today I had my little white ones with sparkles on because when I walk up sometimes in the morning, a little bit cold, you want your hands to be kept warm. I have got a towel, because you always need a towel, well, especially I do because I absolutely sweat like a good one. I always have a spare pair of little, you know, my Popsy footsies, but these are the ones with the cushioned heels on them so that they're like a little bit more supportive, just in case, I don't know, if I do cut my foot or something happens and my foot bleeds or anything like that, I've got a spare pair there to have on them. I've got my bag of goodies. These, my lovelies, are, what's this? Oh, if I can get them out, they're a little bit hard to get out, but they are my resistance bands, all different colours. These are what I use for Pilates and body pump class, so I like to keep them in there. I am going to probably look to invest in the actual material ones, because the only thing with them sometimes, like, they fold over and you spend half your time trying to unfold them as they've bent over, let's just say. Big can of deodorant, Dove limited edition Go Fresh. I don't normally like spray deodorants. You know me, I'm much more of a roll-on girl, but this is a lot of thing because once I spray, I always spray my back as well because my back gets sweaty. I'm like a sweaty Betty, okay? don't come for me. And then my little like body spray, let's just say, of choice is Impulse Love is Love Body Mist. I have this, as I say, because I normally put my DKNY on once I have completely freshened up. But if, say, I'm halfway through a session and I think, oh my god, like I'm melting, I need to freshen up, I'll just go in and give myself a little spritz with that. I have got, you're going to laugh at me, my little gym gloves. Look at how tiny they are. My little gym gloves, because I don't like my hands getting dry. And I noticed my hands were getting really cracked and dried. And like I was having to moisturise them to save the life out of them. But yeah, love that, need that. Also have an anti-bac. My little Bath and Body Works anti-bac, because you all know we need to sanitise. Let's just do a little bit of sanitisation now, shall we? And then the two little bags within the bag. First one is my Body Shop little toiletries bag, and this is for when shizzle goes down, basically when I have my hypos. So I've literally just restocked this. I've got a Lift Zesty Lemon and Lime Fast Acting Glucose Shot. I had to use my one, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago now, because I had a little bit of a disaster on the Stairmaster. And yeah, I needed glucose quick. I also got the Fast Acting Glucose Chews in raspberry. So I've got an instant shot drink, and then I've got the sweets of them. And then I've also got Science in Small, Isotonic and Caffeine. These are just like instant syrups that you just literally tear off the top and get in your system, to be honest. So yeah, I have those in a little bag just on the off chance I would hate for something of that to leak and go on my headphones. So my headphones, absolutely love them. And you know what, I haven't used them as much as I have now, and I need to keep these out after this video because I've got to actually charge them up. But they are my Disney Beats. You know me, I absolutely love my tech, and Disney headphones, it does ruin the vibe. Like, you try and be like rah and then you've got Mickey Mouse on your headphones. But these are great. They're noise cancelling. Absolutely love them. I am still that person who keeps them in the case because, as I say, I don't want anything to go wrong with them. But I'm going to keep them out because I've got to charge them after this, ain't I? But yeah, that is my little what's in my gym bag, eh? As I say, the towel, this was a fresh towel. Mama G, bless her, she washes it every time I come back from the gym. So it's been freshly washed and dried, ready for me tomorrow, because I think there is nothing worse than going there, forgetting your towel, or having a towel that's like a little bit stanky, because that's not good as well for your skin. So yes, I like to pack it all back away, so then I'm ready to go in the morning. And as I say, next month, hopefully, me cap, not interested. Next month I hope to have like maybe some of my snacks, or when I get my order through from My Protein, I can show you some bits that I've been loving and everything like that, and we'll just have like a new little series, our little health and fitness section, eh? But would you look at that, your girl is finally done. She has been rabbiting her way through all of these categories. Oh, stretch it, Shannon Lee. Let's roll out with the outro. So my lovelies, another month is done and dusted, and as I say, we've got a new little category to look forward to every month. Very excited to see what I can implement in the health and fitness, and hopefully it'll be a regular occurrence on the monthly favourites. See how long it lasts, eh? But yes, I think, I don't know what my favourite category was this month. You'll have to let me know, as I say. What do you think? I mean, I do love my baby. My new baby is absolutely fabulous. But I also have really enjoyed my health and fitness section, because that is something that I use really on a regular basis, like at least 3 times a week, which you probably think isn't a lot, but it's a lot for me, all right? It's a lot. But as I say, I don't want to ribbit rabbit any longer, because I know that this video, looking at the time, is extremely long. And I mean, hey ho, it's always going to be a long one with me rabbiting on, ain't it? But if you did enjoy the video, guys, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. What was your favourite category this month? Or what was your favourite item? Are you looking to get into fitness? Any tips of like brands that I could try, anything like that? I know a lot of you have been sending me in places to get black leggings from. They are all being noted, and once payday comes back around, I shall be sorting that out, because I need some good black leggings. But yeah, I'm going to let you get on with your day. And also, You are watching this, I believe, on Thursday. Thursday, what will the date be? Thursday the 28th of April if you're watching it on upload day. And that means, my lovelies, it is the start of back-to-back uploads for bank holiday. So you will be seeing me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, okay? Back to normal, back to the older bank holiday uploads, and then you'll have it all again at the end of the month. So yeah, you'll be sick of my face. You've had back-to-back uploads of me at Easter, and now you've got back-to-back uploads of me again. But hey ho, I hope you enjoy it all right? Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!